Hello, I'm Jim McNall, ICRIMP Risk Management Specialist. I'd like to speak with you today a little bit about records retention. For Idaho cities, the basic direction is found in the Idaho Code at 50-907, which outlines some various types of records, how long they must be kept, and also specifies that each city must adopt a resolution regarding how long various records will be kept. It's important to recognize as you put together that resolution that in addition to the Idaho statutes, there are various other requirements for record keeping, and some of those statutes, such as the Internal Revenue Service, Department of Labor, Immigration and Naturalization Service at the federal level, also have time frames for which records must be kept. The statute outlines three types of records. Some of them indicate with how long certain types of records must be kept, but it's important to recognize that many types of records are not identified in the statute, and that must be identified by the cities in your resolution. Certain types will be kept forever, others for less. The first class in the statute is permanent records, and those will be kept for the life of the city or longer, depending on how long the city lasts. Most of them we assume will last. Or records may be sent to the state repository for safekeeping there. When those are sent, it's done by resolution and should be reviewed by your city attorney to make sure that those are records that don't need to be within the city. The second type of record that is identified in the statute are semi-permanent records. These are records that must be kept at least 5 years. Can be kept longer, and in fact, within this category are certain types of records that maybe need to be kept up to 7 or 8 years pursuant to other statutes. So this is an area where I need to make sure that just because they're classified as semi-permanent doesn't mean that they can be automatically disposed of at the end of 5 years. It could be longer. And the third type of record is temporary. Temporary records are those that must be kept at least 2 years. And those are the three types that are identified in the statute. However, it's important to recognize that even records that are identified to be kept for a certain time frame, before they're destroyed, there must be a resolution of the governing board, the city council, and review of your city attorney before those records are destroyed. It's also important as you're putting together your resolution to work closely with your attorney, that's CYA, consult your attorney, because there are many types of records that may not fit into any of the three types that are identified in the statute. There may be some records that are truly temporary. You don't have to keep them beyond the time at which they've served their purpose. For instance, a note or an email that goes out to council members saying, are you available for a special meeting on this date? Once that meeting has occurred, those types of records, while they're important at the time, may not be necessary to keep for a longer period of time. But because the statute does not identify any time frame less than 2 years, it's important to involve your attorney in that discussion of which types of records can be disposed of sooner. For help in putting together your records retention policy, the best source of information is to go to the Association of Idaho Cities website, where they have a records retention manual that provides a lot of basic information and then some sample types of records that you may want to keep for various amounts of time. That's a really good source. It shouldn't be just adopted automatically, but it's a good place to start and a good sample to start from as you put together your records retention policy. Thank you.